Not much.
Anything you've been able to practice after our consultation?
Uh, Attempted practicing it baiting cooldown.
Nice. How that went for you?
Still working on it.
Huh. Anything what's been difficult when you've been trying to bait all those cooldowns?
Mm, I guess it's just trying to figure out like how to do it on different maps.
Sure, yeah, any maps you have difficulties with at the moment?
Um,
Yeah, maybe any situations where it seems difficult for you to bait out all those cooldowns as well?
Probably like second point icon wall. I think it's
Sure.
the only one I can remember from like today.
Yeah, sure, sure. So, what is mostly difficult about that point for you?
Like when attacking it, it's just the height difference.
Yeah,
Or
so dealing with the high ground, yeah?
yeah.
Makes sense. Okay. So, dealing with high ground, that's one. We can go with that. Okay. Is there anything else would you notice? Any other situations where it's been difficult for you too?
Nothing I can think of right now.
That's okay. All right. So, out of all those ideas, what you been able to implement the most? You think? What you improved on more? Basically, yeah. It's been a little bit, but yeah, it's just a couple of points at least. So maybe taking off angles, making sure we have decent cover and range. Yes. So, any of those points you think you do better currently?
Probably the off angles.
Off angles. Okay. Yeah, we can take a look and see how that's going for you so far. Then, okay. Do you have any games we can take a look at today?
I do have one. I have a
Hmm.
few actually, but
Yeah, I think mainly we can focus on your map control like we wanted. We can talk about just how to maintain those positions, maybe bait out more stuff. Let's see how the progress though, first of all. I think should
Mhm.
be good. Yeah. Anything else what you want to discuss? Yeah, maybe I think the one point we talked about before as well is just the consistency. Yeah, making sure you have this strategy. How do you deal with those loose streaks? What do you do on off days when it's not you don't feel as good sort of when trying to play? Yeah, what's your opinion? Do you want to discuss any of that as well, or it's recently it's been okay for you?
It's been decently okay. Most of the time when I like if I lose like 2 games in a row and I'm just feeling off, I normally just like yeah, I just take a break.
That's okay. Well, yeah, it's going alright. I think we can just look at the replay straight away. But if there are gonna be any difficulties later, feel free to just message me. Maybe I can help out, or we can discuss it later too. Okay,
Mhm.
yeah, let's see that replay then. Okay, so yeah, why do you want to go over this one in specific?
I feel like it was a game that we probably should have won, but we ended up losing.
Let's take a look. And you think you did your best to apply all those previous ideas we talked about too, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's take a look. Can you see my stream just fine? Is it working for you?
Yes. Yes, it's good.
Okay, so and can you remind me your nickname in here?
KS2Ts. Bastion
Oh
over
yeah,
2.
Bastion right there. Okay. All right. Well, so it's not Cassidy, it's Bastion. Let me see. Our hero pool as well. It's been mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, I
What kind?
didn't play anybody within the hero pool. This first round I didn't, but then I played Cass and Tracer after this round.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. So it's just overall, yeah, overall, you mostly we wanted to focus on the hitscan DPS. Yeah, I just want to make sure we focus on those right characters. Okay, so Bastion is one. Okay, Trace is another one, and you. I think the intro will focus on the Cassidy, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Mm. Yes.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, actually, regarding your hero pool, any specific characters you want to work on more, just in general for the long term?
Mm. Um, Ash, Ash and Tracer.
Okay, Ash Tracer. Okay, I think with your pool, we can make it so ideally, because there are a lot of characters you can play, and we just want to make sure you're effectively learning all those markers and climbing in an effective way. Yeah, you want to climb towards the high rank. I think it's really good if we do it this way, where you differentiate on 3 categories. So we can start with just making sure you have some sort of short range character. Another category can be long range character, and another one is mobile. I usually suggest that because then this way you don't have to focus on too many characters and learn a lot of micros. It becomes more efficient with the practice too. So yeah, if I'm not mistaken, you're yeah, one of those characters for the short range at least has been Cassidy. Long range, well, we can choose mobile. Well, yeah, what's your thoughts? So just if we differentiate on those 3 categories, it seems like mobile for you would be Tracer, right?
Yeah.
Maybe if we lean towards the long category, long range category would be something like Ash. Okay, and what about the short range?
I play more Yeah, Cassidy short range than anything.
Yeah, I think this is good pool. Yeah, then my question is, do you want to watch this Bastion, or yeah, it's just, or do
I
you?
mean, we kind of roll the first round.
I see. Okay, so it's just something we want to think long term. I'm thinking, and this situation here maybe is just might be suitable. Yeah, what's your thoughts, by the way? This composition, this map as well. What would be suitable out of those 3 characters for you more, in your opinion?
On this point,
Mm-hmm.
probably Ash
Yeah.
because we have the
Okay.
longer angles, and I already have a Sombra
Okay. Okay.
to play the off angle.
Okay, okay. Sure, this is one perspective, right? The map is quite important. You can adapt depending on the map. However, your composition, what do you think you guys are leaning towards? What your composition is about?
It looks more like a brawl.
Yeah, it looks more like Brawl. So, what character might be more suitable towards the Brawl, in your opinion?
Cassidy.
Mm-hmm. And I think at your level, that is what you want to keep an eye on more. If we push
Mhm.
in towards the high ranks, so just long term, wanted to get on this Grandmaster 100%, I'm thinking keep an eye on team composition first, keep an eye on what your team is running first, and later, as a second priority, you can look at the map, basically, just see what
Mhm.
your hero pool allows you to do. It's not like okay, it's not like Bastion is also too bad of a pick into with this composition. Might have some difficulties versus mobile characters though, like they have a lot of mobility. But is the Lornsium? I highly suggest just probably running around C characters is gonna be enough for you. Anyway, later you can add more, but it's just for now we can focus on speed.
Yeah.
So yeah, Gas can work quite good in my opinion. Maybe if you learn. Oh, if your team is leaning towards some sort of longer range composition, and here probably Ash is good. Maybe you got something like Mercy with you, yeah, additional sniper, maybe longer range character. Sure, I think this can be pretty good. But with Bastion, it might have some difficulties because this brawl team that will push around the corner, and you just sometimes might be not with them exactly.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you with them, but it's gonna be still difficult for you to synchronize the pressure. And yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I'm thinking. What do you play next round? Let's take a look. Okay, so it's just mainly been Bastion all the time. What was your main idea, by the way? Why you why you been running Bastion for this map, for
I
this
don't know.
composition?
I picked it because I wasn't paying attention, and I was like, well, I'm just gonna play it this first fight and see how it goes. And I don't think I died until second round.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, so it's basically, yeah, it's just kind of short term. Yeah, let's put it this way. A lot of times can be okay, yeah, but I think, as I mentioned, long term value is going to be more important to us. Yeah, might be
Yep.
just, yeah, yeah, I think if we're going to play Cassidy here, it might make sense to look at anything else, any other character. Well, we can look at the Tracer a little. Not sure if we, yeah, let's
I
see.
played Cass here
I'll play
on
Cass in
on the
this.
last one.
Yeah, you play Cass there. Yeah, you want to look at the Cass here then?
Yeah.
Sure. And again, you can make the changes regarding your pool if you really know that in the long term you want to lean towards maybe like Bastion or any other character. It's completely fine. Just make sure you making this long-term decision, and it's kind of, think about it this way, you can be dynamic with your pool. You don't have to stick to all those Cass, Ash, Tracer all the time. You can just be thinking, okay, maybe you having more fun on the Reaper now as a short range character, so you start run Reaper more. Also, when you're gonna be pushing towards GM, you definitely have to think about meta a little bit more. So you can be thinking, maybe if this certain meta character you want to play more, you can start playing them. But it's not just because they're meta, but because you can trying to make this dynamic switches because of the hero pool you have now.
Mhm.
Yeah, maybe something like Widow becomes really good, okay, and then you decide to switch. Instead of playing Ash more, you play Widow more, yeah? I think it's completely fine, but yeah, it's just dynamic
Yeah.
hero pool, yeah. Because of those three categories, mainly, in my opinion. It's good. Okay, what's your thoughts? You want to bait out the attention of the enemy team, so what do you think? This position right here, do you want to, yeah, what do you want to be in general on what is brawl composition? What kind of positions you want to fight for? Is the Cassidy?
Play it a bit more forward, not as far back.
Yeah, there's one point. Yeah, you want to be more stacked together with all those guys here. And I'm thinking the way you take angles, yeah, it's also quite important. You still have to think about sleight of angle in a way, probably maybe fighting. You will typically fight with this right side. If your team goes left, for example, can push them out. It's still
Hmm.
okay to do some frontline pressure, but see if there's anything meaningful happening. Yeah, if your team is actually pushing in something, they close the gap with something. And against their team, it's going to be really difficult. I'm thinking it's going to be really difficult to do anything because they are really mobile, and you will have to try to make sure you push the angles back by
Yeah.
taking your own angles. Yeah, it's gonna be really important here. Okay, so I'm thinking with this, you definitely don't want to be here. If you isolated, you're dead. So play closer to your team and slide off angle there. And just slide one. Okay, and let's say they dive you, then just start responding. Yeah, as I mentioned before with your now previous session, we talked about the how you use your roll, how you use your grenade. Yeah, maybe the echo is closing the gap on you. Maybe there's a ball. You can just deny the aggression. Okay,
Hmm.
yeah. That's all of it makes sense so far, or any questions?
It makes sense.
Okay, okay, let's keep going. Mm-hmm. So, what went wrong there as well? What do you see
Uh,
with your
the,
angle?
the,
Why there's
um,
gonna be a lot of pressure towards you? Why you're gonna die there, most likely?
no tag. The other three of my teammates are in the other hallway,
Mm-hmm.
and there's no easy route for like any peel or assistance for my team.
Yeah, yeah. So again, yeah, I just want to somehow play closer towards the team. So probably I'm thinking go towards the left here. Just go towards the left of the rest of your core where they're going. Yes, you will take an angle, but you cannot be that separated. Okay, we're just gonna yeah, I'm just gonna write it down this way. This idea matchups. Whenever you have this brawl composition, okay, you're running. There's a lot of just stationary characters. You guys have to be stacked up together because of some resources like ring or a speed boost. You typically want to play closer to your team. Yeah, you're just trying to uh, be more stacked, but yeah, as I mentioned, take softer angles. Okay, take softer angles. Okay, gonna write this down. We cannot be isolated. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, that's what can complicate things. I like the general direction with angles whenever we're taking, yeah, whenever we're taking those. It's difficult to get to separate it. Okay, go and tracer there. What was your thought process regarding going tracer here? Just
Um, in some, I think I don't remember who it was. Somebody was like, can we focus the Dragoon more?" And I was like, "Well, I can't really. I wasn't really having any success doing it on cast, so I was gonna go Tracer and try to like
right.
get behind them and do it.
Yeah, yeah,
So that was the whole point of swapping to Tracer,
yeah,
so I could try and like at least pull some people from the back line, so my
yeah.
Reinhardt could get more frontline pressure.
Right, right. Do you think it could still work on Cassidy if you would take softer angles?
Probably, yeah.
Probably. I'm thinking the same. Probably. Yeah. And this is how, again, your swaps should be. It's okay in a moment, though. You notice something is not working. Well, you can try out something else. Definitely. This is a good idea. I highly suggest, though, whenever you running certain characters, something is off, uh, try to still fix it with your performance. Try something different regarding your performance 100%, and then later if the performance, maybe you switch in, yeah, instead of taking two isolated angles you start taking softer angles and it's still maybe not working, you can consider going something else. But yeah, just based on the bigger picture, we'll definitely keep an eye. This is going to be really important. You can still go tracer. I think it's doable, but angles
Yeah.
wise, it's it's gonna be different. You have to be looking for more flanker routes. You have to be going around and such. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe. Do you have any more Cas games actually? Any other games where you've been playing him?
Let me check. I think I played
Mm-hmm.
a little bit.
Yeah, I'm thinking will be good if we have any more additional examples and just seeing what we can do with your angles, why you have to take certain position, how do you bait out stuff. Yeah.
I got the one I just sent.
Okay.
It was mostly Cass. Actually, I think it was, yeah, it was
Is it the
should
castle?
be mostly Cass. It
More
is.
scares?
I know it is mostly Cass.
Okay, let's take a look. Let's take
Yeah.
a look.
I played Cass for 96% of it.
Okay. Yeah, and starting with, I guess, same question. What was your main idea? Why do you run Cass here?
I like the midpoint on Cass. I like fighting in the like where the bot sits at the start with Cass. And if we
Okay.
can win that first fight, it gives us a boost in the start. And have problems, if we have problems getting past the forward spawn point, then I'll probably like swap Ash or something.
Okay. Okay. Yep, let's keep watching. Okay, so mostly again with the Cassidy because it's a more shorter range character. Definitely making sure you have the sight lines where you're using your effective range while taking angles. Your composition versus theirs, what do you think? Should you take softer angles approach, or are you going for harder flanks? Kind of just, play more away from the rest of your team. What do you think?
Softer.
Softer still, yeah, they got a lot of mobility. There's
Yeah.
just anybody, well, almost anybody on their team can easily dive you. So yeah, softer approach, still playing closer, but keeping an angle. Okay. I'm not sure. Well, this rotation here, what do you think? Your team is typically fighting for this spot on the map. I don't know. What's your opinion on this position here? Do you want to keep playing here or go anywhere else?
It kind of depends on like where, or at least in my mind, it kind of depends on where the other team is playing and pushing. How like their
Mm.
Winston and their Genji are severely split from the back line.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to make sure this Genji couldn't get on my supports.
Makes
I know
sense.
I know in comp, at least when I play this map in comp, I almost always see a Genji or a Venture, and they always try to play in that middle area where the
Mm-hmm.
Genji's at. So I always I try to sit there on that ramp so they can't get back there as easily.
Makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I think this is an important point. You want to try to take a position to make sure you deal with active angles. You just push them back. How do you do that? You maintain the short range. Yeah, you can just make. Oh, it's relatively short range, not too close, but yeah, making sure you have effective range. And if they're going in, you can punish them with the grenade. I think that makes sense. However, this map, a lot of people, because there's sweet lanes in here, you also want to keep an eye on what's happening on this side too, just in case maybe if there's nobody on that side of the map, that
Yeah.
just where the Genji is, then making sure your rotation allows you to punish whatever's on the left. But yeah, now you have good angle to just push that Genji back. Yeah, it's decent. Your soldier is also going towards that left sideline, so you create this sort of crossfire. Okay. Yeah, I think it's fine position. Okay. Rotating, taking space. Okay. Yeah, can punish the Genji. They're going in aggressive. You can answer with your resources, sure. I would try to still get closer. Well, in this case, you have enough resources, you have your teammates, so don't be scared, even though you don't have as many cooldowns, I think. It's okay. You have this
Mhm.
Kiriko, and just maybe your Juno can also help you out. It's okay. Yeah. I think always prioritize cars pushing second, just making sure you confirm the kill. Maybe the Genji, they might escape. Okay. Sure. Okay, there's some pressure, and just pushing the car, pushing the Genji back there. Okay. Anything you had difficulties with during this map in
Mm,
general?
I don't think so. I
Okay.
don't think there were any like specific things.
Okay. Sure. Okay. It's kind of diving in, really synchronized there, so easy to punish that Winston. I'm thinking, this angle here, though, where you are, a lot of times I don't exactly like stacking a point, because this is where a lot of pressure is gonna go anyway, so it's less comfortable for you to choose this angle. But what's your opinion? This here, is it allowing you to punish enemy active angles comfortably, or could it be anywhere else?
Mm,
Maybe even thinking about just challenging the Genji, you anticipating where they might be, anticipating where the divers might be, taking short angle on them.
yeah.
What's the option?
I could go up the stairs on the far right
I'm
and
thinking
try and
that, yeah, might
yeah, challenge
work.
the Genji over there.
It might work. again, make sure you not being isolated for too long. So you're gonna be at those open areas where a team can help you out with their resources. You have Kyrie, she can TP towards you, but I'm thinking it's okay to have shorter sightline on active angles and usually staying on the main lane unless there's no other option might be complicated, kind of. It's just where the main brush is gonna go. And I'm thinking if I'm here, if anybody goes towards the main lane, you can deny it and also deny this guy here more comfortably. Just, yeah, if he's going in anywhere. Yeah, now the just diving into linear, you can easily punish them, so that's fine. Most of those guys died. The Monkey and the Genji. The rest of their team was really the bug, so yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a common thing. Is my hog was just in their face. Just the games with your backline just would not come forward.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good for you, definitely. Yeah. And they also go hog there. And you have yeah, I have decent sideline. I'm thinking, what's the play? You playing versus those mobile characters, you also about to have your high noon. It's 90%, so you're probably gonna get it during the fight. What's your option? What the angle should be?
Option. I could play on the right side with hog, or I could go like left, like near those stairs. Maybe.
Yeah, okay. What's better? Think about it. What's better for your high noon? If you wanna deny the aggression, you deny the active angles. What's better spot for you to be at? Well, let's say okay. One option is going there, another option is going towards the B. What's better angle option for you? If you have the high
To
noon.
deny aggression.
Yeah, I'm thinking deny an active angles. Probably if we're able to, ideally, if you keep in track on ultimates, keep it in mind they have something like Blade, Nano Blade. Trying to deny that, what would be better angle, potentially?
B.
Yeah, I'm thinking, well, why B?
This is a better angle down main. Or just down the where the bot's gonna be pushed, where they're coming from.
Yeah, I think main can also work. It's just, generally speaking, again, because a lot of pressure is gonna go towards the main. It's still okay for you to take softer angle, but make sure with the high noon at least, I'm thinking you need to have a longer sightline in a way. This here, it can work. I'm thinking, sure. Well, if they're going in with another blade, you have this some sort of distance. This here too, I'm thinking might be possible, but there's this ledge here. I'm thinking, yeah, I'm thinking this seems slightly better. Just make sure you have the sightlines over here. It should be okay. The sleep dart is something you want to keep an eye on too, but this is where it's just the changes towards the angle. Yeah, you're not exactly taking short angle anymore because it's just the nature of the resource. Yeah, you got the high noon. They have some sort of nano blade because they want to close the gap. You just push them back. Yeah. Yeah, this idea, does it make sense or?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, it
okay.
makes sense.
Okay.
I think here we were just pushing up. I got up there. I was like, all right, we'll poke out gets to get noon, and then like I didn't. If I'm trying to remember, I don't think I got the sound cue for the blade,
Uh-huh.
so it confused me when I just immediately died.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm like when I was playing, I didn't hear blade.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what killed me? And I looked
Yeah.
up and I was like, oh, they nanobladed. Okay. I was like, well, that's an acceptable fight loss. They just nanobladed. And
Hmm.
we didn't use anything. I don't think we used anything. I hope we didn't use anything.
Are you comfortable tracking enemy ultimates in general too? Just
Yeah.
okay.
I knew they were coming up on Nanoblade. I just didn't know they used it.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, because the part of it as well is I think the biggest regarding your high noon is the setup. I don't think even though you hear, let's say you would hear the Nada Blade, I think it's still, you have some troubles when you're this angle because it's a short range towards this sideline where they're coming from. But if I'm here, I have longer sideline, so you have more time to deny. So see, you basically maybe also gonna be out of the dash range as well. That's what you want ultimately. But the map allows you, yeah. I'm gonna I just
That
say,
makes sense.
yeah, just keeping your distance, yeah, at least with the high noon versus mobile characters. You don't want them to get on top of you. Okay, so I'm gonna write down high noon early, versus mobile. Yeah, don't let them in that much. Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I think early, well, might be a little bit general. Maybe I'm just gonna even say high noon on long range angle. Okay, it's just once they make a commitment, sure, same approach. They're going in, they're doing something. You can start with your high noon. That's okay. Yeah, here it's similar. You might think what you can do with that. Sometimes maybe there's no option to really set it up. Just do some sort of zoning pressure. You can also use the high noon to reload, but it's mostly
Yeah.
when... Yeah, I think it's mostly when you're really confident you can get a kill and...
Yeah, the reload is gonna allow me to like confirm a kill.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm back here. Makes sense. What's your thoughts on this one?
I was originally gonna do it because I was hoping my hog would like get a hook, but then he immediately dies.
Okay, yeah.
And
It's...
so I was like, well, I'm just gonna zone this off so he can get front spawn here. And it
Okay.
does work. He does get front spawn. I believe all four of us live, so
Yeah.
we're able to reach this
Yeah.
as 5.
Yeah. I think this is also decent sideline here. There's a long range, so
Yeah, long
you can...
range, and I have the little truck as cover from sleep if I need to as well.
Yeah. So definitely more comfortable this position if you lean in towards just pushing the people back. You might think about slightly more bigger commitment from the enemy team, but I think it's decent. You got decent value there. Just zoning people out. A lot of times with the high noon, and you mention it, when you just trying to zone out people, you want to make sure that the rest of your team, they can push something, they can kind of like punish the enemy's aggression. Here, there's some possibility maybe for your team to push that hog, just shoot them for a little bit. But unfortunately, your team kind of got stuck in the same angle as you, but well, that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, pull him back a little. Okay. So, I'm thinking you have you have this setup versus this guy's, right? It's a relatively short range. I'm thinking what can prolong your life here, so you can get more value, you can get more done. What's your opinion? Just position wise as well. What's your
Probably
thoughts?
staying behind that little. Probably sitting behind closer or behind cover rather than
Just
swinging out.
kind of around here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking you quite a lot of times when you're gonna be trying to bait the enemy's aggression, you can think about peak shooting, because with the Cassidy you have this burst value, burst pressure. You can always do this, just shoot hide, shoot, hide, and trying to be more intentional with just baiting. Yeah, thinking, okay, maybe they got those big cooldowns, whatever. Maybe it's Rodok Hook, maybe it's Anna Sleep Dart, maybe it's also something like even Echo Bombs, potentially. All those projectiles, they can be painful. Yeah, you can just try to
Yeah.
use peak shooting and try to bait. Yeah, just be intentional.
Mhm.
Yeah, don't over peak. Don't usually don't want to swing wide. Yeah, wide peak in those cases. Try to lean towards the cover a little bit more. Okay, so there's gonna be another point for us. Peak shooting. Okay. Let's keep going. Okay. Just have to wait there. Okay. What do you think about your angle here? You're starting on this main, so this main lane. Should you maintain this one, go anywhere else? You just maintain higher pressure. What's your thoughts?
Mm, I could have gone height, like where that little ledge is, but my soldier was already up there.
Yeah, so you don't want to be too stacked up with a soldier there. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, makes sense. Thinking about punishing active angles. Okay, who is active on the enemy team at the moment? What angles are dangerous?
The one Genji said.
Yeah, the Genji, maybe Hog as well, in a way. So I'm thinking, yeah, shooting him away is like can be fine as long as you have sideline, short range pressure. But then once you push them off, so see, it's just like basically what happened now. I think be careful with what you do later. Yep, again, pay attention to shorter angles rather. That's why you probably wanna try to punish the Genji right away. Try to take their position. I'm thinking even at the start. Let me see. Yeah, might be okay to actually just lean towards here, just check, yeah. Wanna push this guy away, it might be more dangerous by default, in a way. If they're really far, then I'm thinking shooting Hog is fine, but there, don't forget, I'm thinking here, yeah, see some of the tension goes towards the Echo, is just, you have to choose. Any shorter angle, close angle, what do you
Hmm.
have the sideline on, you have to punish that, and probably, yeah, would be good if you lean towards the right side initially, but yeah, it just less comfortable when you on the main as well, but yeah, okay. Sure. Have an advantage, so you can keep pushing. You have your high noon now. So the setup is different. You because it's a longer range resource, you can take advantage out of longer range angles. And
Hmm.
where should you go then? Because of the high noon.
Probably the like on here. I can go to the ledge to the right, or I can go to the
Yeah.
like depending on it, like how much space I guess we give.
Mm-hmm.
I can play on that right side area, or I could wrap to
Yeah.
the ledge behind. Like
Yeah.
if we let them push the bot back in a bit, I can play on that height
Yeah.
behind.
Yeah, definitely. You can communicate that as well. I'm thinking, yeah, maybe if you guys about to take this 5v5, you'd rather take it on this open sideline, set up your high noon. The play can be different too. Maybe you can set up the Kiriko pressure. Yeah, if there's confidence, maybe they are actively calling that out. Sure, you can do that, but because it's ranked, a lot of people they don't communicate. So I'm thinking you'd rather just lean towards what you do first and thinking about your own pressure. Yeah, you have bigger chance just on those longer range angles and here, so why not? Yeah, again, unless there's some short range pressure, they calling it out like Kiriko once told, you really know that, then sure. I'm thinking stacking closer to that. Yes, that can work. Hmm. Yeah. just this rank mindset, you know, kind of
Hmm.
using your ultimates before your teammates, and especially if there's a good option, I think it's completely fine. You have bigger carry potential over your games in general. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's fine. You can hide this a little. Probably, I'm thinking in here, it's you can set it up. You can try to set up something you want to. If there's big commitment, again, long sideline, sweep it for possible. You can think of something, just deny the space. It's doable in a way. A lot of times you can treat an ultimate like you like you have someone with you. Basically, ultimate equals 1 kill or just plus 1 person on your team. A lot of times might be easier this way because
Yeah.
yeah, it just buys so much time, so much space, and makes the situation even if you use that. Yeah, it could be possible. Just for the sake of also, if it, so we don't hold it too much. I'm thinking, suit this entire game, we just had time to ult twice, yeah, barely.
Mhm.
And I'm thinking you could have more ultimates there potentially. Set up more pressure, yeah, bigger carry potential. So why not? Okay, yeah, all those points so far. Does all of it make sense, or any questions
Yeah.
maybe?
It makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, I'm thinking we can do some games maybe and just take a look at what angles you have to take because of your composition, what positions you have to lean towards. I'm thinking, let's just do this. Identify your comp versus theirs and think, do you take soft angles or hard angles? Yeah, you can play more away from your team and just go based off that. Let's see how that's gonna go. Is it sounds good?
Yep. That sounds good.
Okay, let's do a game. Just make sure to screen share. Yeah. Okay. What's your usual warm up?
We're just coming here and do this.
This one is good. Yeah, I usually recommend this one to most of my students. This is a really good one. Has a lot of random movement. You can also think about doing something like tryhard FFA if there's a lobby. It's just you playing versus those
Like yeah, people.
yeah, the other players. It just seems like on NA servers there are not too many tryhard FFA lobbies for some reason. I'm not sure,
Yeah.
but you can check. You can always check. Tryhard FFA is preferable over this because you're getting used to situations under pressure, but this here, it's pretty decent too. Okay. So I'm gonna look at the summary. Okay, so our main point so far, the main one, is soft or hard angles and shooting active angles more. Yeah, make sure you have short range on those active angles. Okay.
Yeah.
Short range on enemy active angles. Sure. Big shooting is more mechanical, but yeah, we'll see. Okay. How much time you spend on the warm up in general?
Um, kind of depends. If I've already played that day, like
Mhm.
today, so I've already played, I normally just do it while I'm in queue. But like when I first get on, I'll probably do it for like 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes.
Hmm. Sense. Yeah, I think around 15, 20 minutes is usually good enough. Of course, there might be off days too, but it's okay. As long as you have something to work on, you can still take advantage out of those off days if it's ever happening. I'm just gonna focus on increasing your skill ceiling, making sure you learn something no matter what, and should be good. Learn some.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You think that the Cassidy is kind of the most, well, how do I put it? The best character for you at the moment, the most you comfortable on? Is it correct?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I am most comfortable on Sojourn.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
There's some times where I feel more comfortable on Cass, and other times where I feel more comfortable on
Hmm.
Sojourn.
Hmm. I see. Well, do you want then, because you're comfortable on Surgeon, do you want to have her in your pool and practice her then as well? Just maybe instead of something else, or maybe just an addition, or...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm thinking Surgeon is more suitable for those situations where you need longer range, so you can
Hmm.
definitely run her. It's just your choice. Again, I just want you to make sure you don't have as many, like a lot of characters you play.
Yeah, like not playing like 9 characters.
Yeah, just a round C is good enough. You might have less, a little bit more, but yeah, as long as you good with short range, long range, and mobile situations, I think you should be okay. Yeah, for mobility, you got something like Tracer. Sergeant can also be suitable sometimes, but they definitely, the Sergeant leaning more towards the longer range situations. Yeah, you can just go Cass and see. Yeah, just let's practice that. Your, no, well, your composition, you got Juno, Brian. You can probably start with being more stacked together with your team, but still take angles, softer angles. Okay, let's take a look. Okay. Oh, there was lag. Oh.
What is? Yeah, I don't know. What is? Okay.
That's okay.
Are you good back here, bro? Oh my goodness.
There's good
You're
punish.
falling.
There's good punish on the Tracer, 100%. See, their composition, they wanna eventually close the gap with you. So any short range strat like a Tracer, I'm thinking taking angle is gonna be your priority. You have to deny them a little bit more. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was kind of letting my Tor try to deal with it because he's got the turret, but like
That's
he
okay.
didn't. It
Just
didn't
just
work.
simplify it for you. Any short range active angle, deny it.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
You have to scout though constantly, yeah, and keep an eye on. Maybe there's somebody else who's active, but yeah, take the best position possible and deny the short range pressure. Okay, you can kill that ram actually, maybe. Hmm. Maybe not. Oh, it's okay. You guys can reset. There's no problem. Yeah, I think mostly you will be comfortable deny that tracer. And
Hmm.
can also deny the gas, but yeah.
Yeah, I just did.
That's okay.
That's a lot of Q.
By the way, here, this situation, these guys on the enemy team, look at their comp, look at yours. What do you think? Do you have to stack with your team more, or do you have to surround the enemy more?
You gotta surround them.
I think slightly more. Well, guys are sort of similar now. Okay, yeah, you made some swaps. Now, yeah, sort of similar, but take advantage out of those softer angles. Yeah. Okay, that's all right. Yeah, you guys ultimately have brawl versus brawl. In those in those cases when you see the May wall, you can go for frontline pressure. Okay, well, now again, this guy back on Zenyatta, you can definitely lean towards surrounding now. I guess these guys have more frontline pressure. Yeah, and you can push those angles back definitely, like the tracer. Okay. Okay. Peak freeze. Mm-hmm.
There's a recall.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, notice what is their short range angles gonna do for sure. If they're not being okay, it's fine. Good patience as well, by the way. It's good to keep your grenade. Mm-hmm. That's good.
That's a lot of ult. Jesus.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have some next fight probably like your Shatter
Yeah.
Mayfreeze. Maybe might get those.
The only thing that the enemy has is pulse bomb, or they're at least 60 on pulse.
Hmm.
They used everything else and they swapped off one.
Mm-hmm. It's good to look in there. I think it's good to deny that. Mm-hmm. Good pressure. They're not being as active. Might go different angle as well. Keep an eye. Probably will not overpeak there. Yeah, they will take this the side there. Okay, they still peak that. Okay, it's a mistake for them, but yeah. I don't know what they're doing. Then fighting
Yeah.
medium range versus you have an advantage. That's great. You can easily fight them.
Yeah.
Be ready for them. Just taking different angle, most likely. If you already deny a certain angle, yeah, they might just repeat from different spot. Might.
Yeah, I was listening for her and I kept hearing her come back up the stairs.
Yeah. That's perfect.
What the?
Yeah. Okay. I know it's moments of downtime where you can also shoot. Yeah. That's fine. It's just like you want to be active as looking around, and yeah, when they're not active, you just do something else, so you don't lose the uptime. Good. Well, this guy is just going crazy. Okay.
I'm dead. Oh, I'm not dead. Oh, I'm dead now.
I think you can stay alive there. Yeah. Was confident Heinun there in the middle of the map. Anyway. I appreciate the confidence, yeah. You guys, it's winnable. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for, the freeze.
Yeah, I was hoping we got that a bit earlier, but we didn't. It's whatever.
That's
We're
okay.
at 90.
You guys
We
can
need more
retake.
fight. Yeah, and they use... The only thing they have is beat. All they have is beat.
Mm-hmm.
Probably gonna use that here. Unless we pick them off first. Ah.
Good kill.
I just got rolled.
That's alright. Okay. Still the same. Keep an eye on their tracer. Try to surround them. Take slightly different angle from the rest of your team. Yeah, you don't want to be too stacked. Yeah, that's okay. If you take advantage of harder angles in a way. Yep. That's good. You see Juno ultimate, a lot of frontline pressure. Sure, go in. Okay. Would deny. Okay. By default, usually lean towards angles kind of approach, unless there's strong frontline resource like Shadow or maybe Juno ultimate, then you start stacking with your team. But for now, yeah, it's good. Set angle. There. Use recall too. Oh, they didn't. Sorry, I think I misheard. They didn't. Yeah.
What the? Okay.
Okay. Yeah, come on, Orisa strategy to just.
We're up here though.
Good movement there. Nice. Okay. Think about how to set up your high noon. Longer range angles. As soon as they come in on us open sidelines, you. Well, I guess you're not setting up your high noon. You push up with your wall. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh. All right. That happened.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, we have the advantage here. We can push. Oh, major
Yeah,
advantage. That's
big
worse.
advantage there. Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's okay.
We have healing. They don't. And I got this.
You good? Oh, they're low. Good target priority. You can.
Ah.
Yeah, you get the bead.
He got beat last second. You're still even. It's still a winnable fight if we play lives. Being too aggressive. Okay.
Okay.
We're even here.
Yeah, shoot the
Uh,
Tracer more at the start. They'll try to
yeah.
challenge you. Yeah, that's okay.
I just want to reset here.
Just because you're gonna take those angles away from the team, usually Tracer will try to punish you, so we kind of just push them away earlier, like what it did before.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I just. Okay.
That's okay. A really close game overall. In general, I really like how we dealt with active angle, especially the Tracer. There are some adjustments we can make for sure, but mostly I think it's been looking pretty decent in my opinion. Yeah. It's just okay, the only thing I would say is you want to, when marking those active angles, meanwhile, don't be too fixated on those angles, but also do something else meanwhile. So it's kind of
Mhm.
have a second, shoot something else active, and then go back to the angle, like the Tracer. Yeah, I think, yeah, let's actually just go over this replay a little with you. And yeah, just a couple of ideas might be useful there. I think high uptime might save, could maybe save some of the game learning time, but was pretty decent. Just regarding the angles, what we talked about, yeah, denying the active
Yeah.
ones. That's what matters. Mechanics, pretty good as well. Your movement, a lot of times when there's a lot of pressure, just a lot of burst you expect. I think movement was really good. I think the only thing which you wanna, yeah, another thing also you wanna keep an eye on. Just gonna screen share one moment. Okay. Share my screen. Here we go. Yeah. Can you see it?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So in this case, this is slightly different to the previous situations we talked about where you run versus dive. Yeah, versus dive, you cannot be too isolated. You have to be more stacked. But in here, your comp versus theirs. What's your thoughts? Do you go towards softer angles approach or harder angles? Like playing more away from the team surrounding the enemy.
Probably like a mix of both.
What do you lean towards more?
I'd say soft angles.
Who has more? Think about it this way: soft angles, it's like leaning more towards running like a daz ball. You have big power, yeah. You like a power ball, and you're running in their face. Yeah, this is basically like extreme direction. Yeah, where you have a rush team position. You really maybe have something like Lucio Moira. Yeah, short range fights. Maybe something like May. Just run the enemy over. Okay. Now
Mhm.
it's just for the times soft angles when you have more frontline pressure. Basically, you can run them over. Now, by looking at their team, do they have more frontline pressure, or do you have more frontline pressure?
Uh, we do.
Why is that the case?
We have a Zen. Really good. We have a Zen Juno versus a Lucio Juno.
Think about it this way. If you struggle, okay, because the dashboard idea, yeah, this frontline pressure. Okay, sometimes it might be not as easy to identify. I think, yeah, there's quite a lot of resources also which might contribute to the frontline pressure. However, compare their cooldowns, which can enable this dashboard idea, and your cooldowns, what they have to enable the stacked playstyle, and what do you have? Like, think about all those cooldowns. Like, starting with just, yeah, anything. What do you see? What they have? What do you think about Lucio Aura, the Lucio speed boost? Is it affecting this stacked playstyle? Is it helping them out?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's Lucio speed boost. Yeah, I'm just gonna, but okay, I can actually do, yeah, just let's say amp. Okay, amp is the one. Another one is, yeah, what is another one?
They have what's it called? Ramatra Nemesis form.
Nemesis form is pretty impressive too, yeah? You can do quite a lot of frontline pressure. Just back, well, just before the patch, it was possible to go behind the shield as well. Now it's just a lot of pressure on the shield, yeah? It's just more bigger damage, let's put it this way. Okay, so it's Nemesis. Okay, what else? What
Mm,
what about the ring?
and speed ring.
Yeah, the speed ring. Yeah, I think those 2-3 biggest cooldowns. And if you look at the enemy, I mean your team, the cooldowns you have enabling you, it's mostly the Rhine shield. Well, they also have their own shield like Ramatra, and you also have the speed ring. So I think, yeah, let's just maybe write those down. Yeah, Rhine shield. Okay, so by looking at those resources, who is gonna win the short range war, this frontline war?
The other team.
Yeah, so see, this is how you figure this out. Okay, you just want to make sure you understand this. This is really important. Whenever you're gonna be in those situations, you can just try to compare both compositions real quick. Compare the resources. Think, what do you lean towards? Here, you have this more poke-oriented team, and they have role is just again leaning towards more stack pressure, yeah, towards more just having more power in the front line. You, however, because you're poking, you can take advantage of angles more. Take harder angles. That's it. That's an idea. Yeah, just overthink. Compare two compositions and think what you have stronger power with. I'm thinking, okay, how do I put it? Soft angles versus hard. Yeah, again, so just gonna make a note. Yeah, soft angles. It's gonna be a more frontline pressure. Okay, more frontline pressure. With hard angles. Usually, you take hard angles when you have more poke-oriented team. You have more. You can play for the longer fights. Basically, you can try to surround the enemy in this case as well, like get around their shield, get around their whatever, the frontline pressure they got, yeah. Because the stronger the frontline, you just don't fight them. You try to, go around somewhere on the angle. Yeah, it's just that's why hard angles make sense. Okay. So this is poke, better poke. Typically. Yeah, I'm simplifying this again, but it just makes it easier for you when you're in a match. You don't have to think about too much stuff. Okay, so as soon as you see this composition, right away I'm thinking it's okay if you lean towards taking the angle. At the start though, I was saying you had this more broad direction, but that's why it's important. You have to do comparison to their composition. Yeah, you in the game at the start, yeah, maybe you think your team composition is stronger this front line, well, at least based on what you saw and just in the spawn room, but later you have to readjust because you also see their composition too. That's the main point. Yeah, your composition versus theirs. So go take an angle and at the same time you will deny their angles too, like their tracer, I think. That's completely fine. What you did most of the time. Okay. It's just whatever is active, really. It might be their Cassidy, it might be their Ramatra, it can be even their Lucio. Also, just sometimes taking an angle with the Tracer. Just try to find those points of time where, when you're not denying Tracer, you do something else. I think, okay, this first point was a little bit tough, yeah? Yeah, so see, this is kind of one of those situations where there's a lot of ultimates being thrown at, but yeah, they have the beat, they have the Juno ultimate. You also have some of these resources there, but what your position should be at this point? What do you think? How do you approach this?
Or playing the Juno Ultimate. Maybe.
What if, yeah, what do you think? Because they have a beat on Juno ultimate though. What's well, you also have Transcendence. I'm just curious. Yeah, what's your thoughts on this one? Who currently, based on the ultimates, who have more frontline pressure, you or them? What do you think? Maybe also trying to anticipate, right? Because we going into the fight, sort of predicting what they have, what we have. Just because of all those potential ultimates, who will most likely have stronger frontline presence?
The Ramatra. There's the other team.
Yeah, well, let's put it this way. What team? Yeah, what team will have stronger frontline presence? Let's put it this way.
The enemy team.
Yeah, most likely. Why? Because there's a beat, there's a Juno ultimate, and there's a Ramatra ultimate as well. And even though you have some frontline resources, right? It's just your Juno ultimate, especially Transcendence in a way too. Yeah, it's just helping you out as well. But because they have more frontline pressure, I'm thinking right away lean towards side angles, just slightly, going on the side. I'm not sure you have to come the same direction. Be careful, even though there's a Juno ultimate. Maybe, I don't know, lean towards this left side. It's just a little bit hard, at least because of, yeah, this map application, but it's a general idea. Yeah, don't stay in here too long. Yeah, your kite options also, it has to be just going somewhere here. Yeah, maybe you split their attention, maybe you split their resources. Fine, your team can kill them later. Maybe you waste more of their cooldowns. They're using quite a lot actually too, but just in case, so you do not keep the same angle here because you want to surround the enemy anyway. Yeah, just because of your composition, the direction, and of course based on the ultimates too, you notice. Okay. Yeah. Ultimates, those are, this is really big resource in general. Of course you want to see what is happening because of it, but yeah, here it's hard. It's hard to judge. Sure. Okay. Have your high noon, there's a May ultimate. So now, who has stronger frontline pressure? You or them?
We do.
Yeah. Because of the May freeze. Yeah. It's just so much easier. That's why it makes so much sense if you play stuck towards what your team do. Let me actually write this down. So setup angles based on ultimates. So it's again soft or hard, depending on what you got. Maybe if you would have something just Cassidy ultimate, no freeze, and they have something like Ramatra ultimate, then you would take an angle. Yeah, you would just go somewhere deep, maybe go all, I don't know, at least like go here, longer sideline, while your team is coming this way, the left side, as an example. Yeah, it's just, again, less stacked approach here, going different angle. That's probably what you can set it up in the next fight. Now, how the next fight's gonna go, by the way? Yeah, you deny there. Yeah, well. There's a Lucio. What has team been doing? By the way, they've been chasing Tracer, or I'm just
I think they chased Tracer like the entire time.
yeah, that's what I
Or
remember.
they're at least the tank is protecting Zen to get back, but
Yeah, well, it's kind of it's kind of a weird one. I think okay. Now in this case, you can think about it, and you have this downtime. You know the Tracer is alive. You can actually be the one trying to mark the Tracer if you really want to, but yeah, he's just I'm not sure. Well, they have to do this entire rotation, multiple guys there, but okay. Now with this one, guys, one with Juno, okay, and then just getting the stuggers. Okay, and yeah. So this is what I mean. Be careful when you do this. I think it's fine. So especially at the start of the fight, maybe you can be more sneaky. Yeah, like denying them. Just make sure you switch later when you're done some pressure. Like, let's say now you're gonna do the pressure, and maybe they're probably gonna hide for some time. Like here, yeah. Keep an eye on as well if there's some aggression towards you too. I think here it's less how do you put it? There's no aggression from this angle, so it's okay if you keep more attention toward this. I would still probably like you to. No, I think this. Okay, I think this is good enough. Actually, you have this Zenyatta. Maybe I would still like you to then potentially use cover a little bit more. Just peek shoot anyway, in case you receive a lot of pressure because the Tracer they still can maybe try to blink towards you. They try to do some damage in close range. Try to one clip you. You have the grenade, so that is something they will try to bait. But yeah, even in this case, it's like slightly better. Just making it harder for them to access you. Okay,
yeah.
I'm thinking in those examples on the next point though, it's more clear when it was denying Tracer is just like looking on different angle is just somewhere. Let me see. And they swapped to Risa. Yeah, that's when it happened. So here you did really well denying the Tracer. Looking at different angle too. I remember you had the crossfire in different spot when they went. I think they went through here and then they switched and switched to here. That was really good. It just when you've done this. Okay, let me see. I think the pressure started earlier. You just go up there. Okay. You hear them later. Okay. Yeah, deny them. Okay. Yeah, so the cross hit right there. Okay, so this entire time, also turn around and check just in case if somebody's coming in, and then most of your attention still will go towards this. It's just I want you to 20% of your attention go to here and shoot, and 80% go to here if they know they're active. Just try to yeah, I'm thinking try to definitely read how far they are, if they have what resources they have, like blinks and such. But it's just those moments when okay, you denied them for some time, like in here especially. It takes a lot of time for them to rotate, and you know that. So you want to keep shooting this in case somebody comes out. Yeah, maybe see this BAP slightly. Yeah, maybe there's this follow-up damage. It makes sense. But then later you look at this. Yeah, you look at them coming this way or them coming this way. Like you make good predictions. It's just, the
Yeah.
downtime. Yeah, so some shots there, you keep looking. Yeah. For the most part, that was decent. Just this Heinen was a little bit confident because yeah, it drop in. It's more difficult because of the shorter range sidelines versus their comp, I think, and the weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did get a kill there, which is nice. Okay. I'm thinking for the most part, probably that's good enough for today. Well, we discussed the matchups. Yeah, we went over some of the general specifics too. Just what you can do with the angles. Yeah, maybe let's try to summarize actually what we went over. Yeah, what's the main points so far you learned?
Like, taking better. So looking like comparing the two comps and deciding what angles I should be taking. Um,
Mhm.
like depend like and comparing the two comps, then looking at the map and deciding like what angle I should be taking in like certain areas, like deciding between softer or harder angles.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so I'm just gonna maybe write down those matchups we faced so far. Brawl versus dive. What do you do? Usually, do you take softer angles, harder angles?
Softer.
Yeah. So you just take softer angles. I was gonna say, don't want to be too isolated, but still take an angle. You can also think about your high noon on low range angles. So you push the
Mhm.
divers back. Yeah, you can definitely poke them more before the fight, but yeah, your I think your high noon is really a lot of it. Is pacemaker only when the divers they start committing, they start going in, then you can push them back. Okay. Yeah, overall, it's this. Okay, poke versus brawl. What do you do in this case with your angles?
Harder angles.
Yeah, surrounded enemy. Compare who has more. Yeah, what your composition is leaning towards. Again, you don't have to. I'll just say identify direction. Yeah, the main direction you guys are facing. You have more poke potential. Go with the surround. Yeah, and you should be good. Take hard angles. Try to split the enemy attention a little bit more, so they will not win the frontline war. And another point, it's more, well, yeah, we didn't talk about it like a lot, but still, try to adapt your angle, set of angles based on ultimates. Yeah, so
Mhm.
ultimates with hard frontline presence, you take soft angles. Okay, like May ultimate, that was a good example. Juno ultimate, yeah, you can do that. Ultimates with just less frontline presence. How do you put it? More poke oriented ultimates. Okay, poke oriented ultimates. You typically want to take angles. Okay, take hard angles. You want to crossfire. A lot of times, maybe you find an ultimate like maybe you got visor. Okay, you got a visor and you play Cass. Yeah, your second character on your team is soldier. Take different angle. Yeah, don't be stacked because you want to make sure you push the enemy. You try to crossfire them so you deal damage anyway. Yeah, let's say to give you an example, maybe if I'm staying here as the Cassidy, this guy, the Cassidy, he's hiding. So if I have an angle on him from different side, like here, if somebody can shoot him, this is perfect. Yeah, this is what Crossfire is about. Yeah, you're trying to create it more with those kind of ultimates. Yeah,
Mhm.
watch out for that. Okay. Yeah, I think that's mostly it. I'm also gonna put in notes like trying to deal with active angles and make sure you have the sightlines, like your the good range to deny it. Keep an eye on that more. Yeah. I think it's gonna be good to talk about that more later, actually, seeing what active angle is based on. Okay. Deny active angles, writing it down for later. And yeah, other points. Let me see. Just gonna open up this curriculum. We can take a look.